Hello everyone. Today we'll be doing a simple example of using struts2 in NetBeans. For that, first of all you need to install struts2 and then go to your project, select a new project, that is your web application, and name the application as struts2. I'll name it as example1. You can add the direct libraries, click next. Make sure your server is Glassfish and this is the name of your application. Click next. After the installation of your struts2, you will find your framework of your struts2 over here. So select your struts2. Here you can see here. So create an example page. Of course, you can see the set of libraries. The libraries that are installed is struts 2.3.15. Click finish. So this is a struts2 example which has come with set of web pages, set of libraries. You can just check the default package, example package, and set of libraries related to your struts2. Let's run our sample page of Hello World. This is the Hello World page. So let us run this and see our output and check whether our struts2 is working perfectly in our system or not. Upon successful running of your struts, you will be finding a welcome page. Here when you click on English, it is giving struts is starting up and running. When you click on Espanol in the Espanol language, it is giving you the output. So let's create a login page with respect to struts2. First of all, let me take a web page, right click, new. I'll take a JSP page. The first JSP page I'll be taking and name it as login. And again, I'll take two more pages. The first page that I'll be taking is success. And the other page I'll be taking over here is failure. Okay. So inside the login, as discussed in the previous examples, the first and foremost thing is you have to copy the library of your struts. So let us copy the library of your struts on each and every page. I'm copying it on the login page, I'm copying it on my success page, and I'm copying it on my failure page. Okay, so now moving ahead in the login form, as you know it, what we know it, that login form consists of a text and a text boxes, username and password, and a button. So let's take over here, I'll just give a heading, a simple heading here, that is struts2 login form. Then let us use the tags related to your struts. You can see the prefix related to struts, that is S. So let's use everything with prefix S. S colon form action is equals to, we'll decide the action later on and then close the form, making it as in the form of struts tag. And in the similar way, if we need a text field, so I'll write here enter your, or you can just give it over here as username, and if you want a text field, so you can write it as S colon, you will be finding text field, and name is equals to the name of the text field, I'll be giving it as uname, and the label, I mean what you want to represent here, enter your username. So this has come already over here, so you can remove this one. Now in the same way, you can create it for your password. So taking a BR tag, I'll be using here the same. For password, the field is S colon password. Name of the text box I'll be giving here as password, and here the label I'll be giving here is enter your password. This is how you will be doing it. and then a button. If you want a submit button, then we have a tag s:submit and value is equals to login. You can use simple HTML tags as well, but it is better option, and just I'll align it to the center. So this is our close the submit tag, done. So you can use simple HTML tags as well, or you can use the tags with the prefix. Okay, so inside the body you can go some bg color. Bg color is equals to, I'll go with magenta. So let us preview how our page is looking. So let me run the page. So you can see here, enter your username, enter your password. Okay, now instead of magenta, I'll go with some light color, pink. Let me change the browser. So our front end is ready. Right. Now let's create our next page, success page. So I'll write here and the failure page I'll be writing for time being I'll just style it with some color, red color. Okay, now moving ahead with the next thing, our front end is ready. Now take the action classes. So let's take our class, click on others, from struts2, it should extend action support. So I'll try to take the action class. Let me check. I'll name it as login action. Place it in a package test. No, it is not extending your action support. So I'm just dropping the class. Whatever class you take it, it has to extend action support. Just deleting it. Without which struts will not work. New, others, struts2. I'll go with action support. Let's check here. Login action is the name. Finish. Yes, this class is supporting your action support. See, this is your struts class, that is com.opensymphony.xwork.action support class, and there's a default method that is execute, which will get executed. So before we go ahead, let us get the variables getters and setters. So what are the two variables that we have taken over here? One is uname, other one is, I'll make it as password. Then let's get its getters and setters. So go for string uname and string pass. Now right click, insert code, implement its getters and setters. So I'm trying to get its getters and setters. So you can see getter for the name, setter for the name, getter for the password, and setter for the password. And then there's a constructor And here is the main code where you will be writing the execute method, where you will be writing the things, the how your method should get executed. So I'll just make it over here a small thing, that is if, what is it? If your username is equals to, if your username is equals to, I'll give my name as admin, and your password is equals to what? If your password is equals to admin123, then it has to return success. So let's write down it as return success. Else, if it is not, then it has to return what? It has to return, accordingly you can write error or you can write failure. So this is else, this is execute is closing, and the class is getting closed. So we have clearly mentioned if our username is admin and admin123, you can give ahead, or you can also give equals to password, that will be also correct. So if it is admin and admin123, it will be returning success, or else it will be returning your error page, your failure page. Okay, so last but not the least, we have to do the mapping. Mapping, and here for mapping in your struts2, we have a file that is struts.xml. You will find it over here, struts.xml. So let's write down the things over here. So what you are going to have over here, this is the package name. You will be writing the actions over here. So action name is equals to, it's up to you, whatever you want to give the name, you have to use the same name. Login action, if this is the name, then it has to go to a class. Which class? Test dot login action. So I'll write test dot, you can just check it out over here, login action. And what it has to do, there are two results, so you will be writing result. If the name of the result is, what did we give it here, what is the name of the result? If it is success, if your class is giving success as the name, then it has to go to whom? It has to go to your success.jsp page, and then close the result. In the similar way, if the class is, if your login test dot login action, if it is giving, what is the name, you can just go and check over here the name, it's up to you, you can give error or failure, so it's your choice. Whatever you give it there, the same thing has to be given. If it is returning error, then it has to go to a page that is failure.jsp and close your action. Now this is your choice. You can give it as ABC, you can give it as login action. Whatever name you give it over here, you have to give the same name over here. So this is the name. If this action is taking place, login action, then it will be taking, getters and setters will be getting the things, and it will be verifying if there are admin123, then it will be returning success or error. If it is returning success, it will be going to your success.jsp, or else it will be returning to your failure.jsp. So that's how the program will be running. Clean and build the program. Okay, there's an extra bracket. It's built successful. Set your first page as login.jsp. How you'll be setting it? Go to your web.xml, go to the pages. You can decide what should be your first page. Our first page, whenever we run the application, I'll select it as login.jsp. Remove this hello world. I'm just giving it as login.jsp as my first page. So let me run the application. This is a default code that is present, which is displaying your application is running with the help of struts. So see here, I'm giving the name as admin and password, I'll be giving it as admin123. Once I log in, it is giving me a success page. Again, I'll be going back, refresh, and then I'll be giving here the name as some random name and some random password. And when you log in, it is giving me the error page. Now, a simple thing what I'll be doing here is once I log in successfully, I want to display the name of the person, right? So how we'll be doing that? That code has to be written in your success page. So let's see how you will be writing that code. So we already have a tag library of S. So do not forget to include your tag library. And here you can write it down in the following way. How you want, if you want to print the name, so let us print it. I'll just give it as hello. There's a thing called as S colon property. This is a property in order to print which value you want to print. If you want to print the value of the username, so what is the name of the username text box? The name of the username text box is uname, and then you will be printing the username, and I'll give it as you have successfully logged in. This is how I'm going to give it. All these this is the way of printing the property. It is the way of printing the username. So S colon property is a tag which allows you to print the things, okay, of a specific property. So let me clean and build and run the application again. So I'll be running the application. See, hello admin, you have logged in successfully. That's how it is going to give you the output. This is your property which is it is fetching your username.